The internet is a very beautiful thing. It allows people like you or me to ask any question we have ever wanted to ask, enter it into a search engine and find the answer. This is the era of education. It allows anyone who wants to change the world to ask the big questions, such as, is AJ Styles related to Harry Styles? Who is Drew McIntyre best friend? Why is Bobby Lashley bald? So basically, I'm going to type in a wrestler's name on Google to see what questions people have been asking about them, and we're going to see if we can answer some of these questions along the way. Hopefully, this video will be an educational experience. Who is AJ Styles? AJ Styles is a wrestler. Who sings AJ Styles' theme song? AJ Styles. All the wrestlers sing their own theme songs, that's a fact. Who killed AJ Styles? What does AJ Styles' tattoo say? This is actually quite an interesting one. Not everybody realizes it, but it is a tribute. If you zoom in closely, it says actually the names of all his favorite wrestlers. What is AJ Styles' phone number? Where is AJ Styles' house? Where is AJ Styles buried? Why does AJ Styles wear gloves? This is an interesting one, actually. I do know the answer to this. It's actually the same reason that all the UFC fighters wear gloves, just in case they get cold. Why is AJ Styles so popular? Because he's with Omos. Why is Omos with AJ Styles? So that AJ Styles will be popular. Is AJ Styles still alive? Is AJ Styles the best wrestler? Alright, so I lost this piece of audio, and I'm editing downstairs, so I'm going to use my shitty laptop mic to record this part. No, there are several wrestlers better than AJ Styles. For example, Allysin Kay is a former Shine Women's Champion, Impact Knockouts Champion, Global Force Wrestling Women's Champion, NWA Women's Champion, and current AAW Women's Champion. And AJ Styles has never been able to win any of those titles. Will AJ Styles cut his hair? How to draw AJ Styles? I don't know if I specified AJ Styles in particular, but I did do a video on how to draw all your favourite wrestlers, where I go into really good detail on how to get a really solid end product, and I think if you apply those principles to AJ Styles, you'll get a good drawing out of it. Who are Akira Tozawa's ninjas? That's actually a pretty solid question. What happened to Akira Tozawa? Who is Angel Garza's cousin? This absolute tank of a man. If Humberto Carrillo slaps your girlfriend's arse, there is just quite simply nothing you can do about it. What happened to Angel Garza? Where has Angel Garza been? Does Angel Garza like Charlie Caruso? How much does Angel Garza weight? Who did Bobby Lashley lose to in MMA? The one, the only, the Colossus, actually, James Thompson. If you don't know who James Thompson is, he once entered a fight and tried to intimidate his opponent by being the most intense fighter to ever walk the face of this earth with his stare down and his screams. He then took on the least intense fighter in the history of fighting and got knocked out in 11 seconds. But he has beaten Bobby Lashley, so who knows? Maybe after Goldberg, this is a future Royal Rumble main event, perhaps. What is Bobby Lashley's real name? Franklin Roberto Lashley, apparently. I'll be honest, I didn't know that. What happened to Bobby Lashley's face? Nothing? Why is Lana kissing Bobby Lashley? There's actually quite a lot of Lana Bobby Lashley questions. Is Bobby Lashley a nice guy? Does Bobby Lashley have hair? Right now, don't get me wrong, I laughed when I first saw this question, right? But then I saw this. What is this about? And then I realised this is the baldest wrestler I've ever seen in my life, and he has competed at the grandest stage of them all in a hair versus hair match. This man has a Luchas de Apuestas record, despite the fact that he doesn't have hair or a mask. He has absolutely nothing to offer this genre of wrestling, and yet he's 1-0. Maybe there's more to this than meets the eye. How strong is Bobby Lashley? Very strong. He is very muscly. What happened to Cedric Alexander? Where is Cedric Alexander? Where has Cedric Alexander been? Is Damian Priest related to Roman Reigns? Is Damian Priest black? Is Damian Priest related to The Rock? What is Drew Gulak real name? Drew Gulak. Is Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak brothers? Where is Drew McIntyre now? Where is he right now? This exact second, what is he doing? Why did Drew McIntyre retire? Is Drew McIntyre really Scottish? His accent would suggest that he's not. He sounds like an American actor who's been hired to play the role of a Scottish man. I don't know. Is Drew McIntyre death? A lot of Drew McIntyre family related questions. It's, does he have a wife, a brother, siblings? Does he still have the belt? Who hit Elias with a car? What does Elias mean? What is the meaning of Elias? Why Elias left Chicago Police Department? Is Elias in the Bible? I don't know, actually. I've never read the Bible, because in my last video, a load of people pointed out to me that they actually ripped off the character Judas from the Chris Jericho song in the book, and I just feel like if you lack that much originality, there's really no point in reading it. How to pronounce Elias? Elias. How is Elias from WWE? What does Gran Metalik mean? Who is Humberto Carrillo? What happened to Humberto Carrillo? Where is Humberto Carrillo? Is Humberto Carrillo okay? Okay, so 3 of those questions may have been mine, but we'll continue. Why doesn't Jackson Riker wrestler? Is Elias and Jackson Riker brothers? When did Edge spear Jeff Hardy? Why did Matt Hardy betrays Jeff? A lot of Hardy family questions I see popping up. Does Jeff Hardy song? Can Jeff Hardy play guitar? Why is Jinder Mahal a jobber again? Who was John Morrison tag team partner? John Morrison's tag team partner was Joey Mercury until Armageddon 2006, when his face fell off and he had to get a new one. This is normally the part of the video where I'd show you a picture of what I'm talking about, but it actually makes me physically ill. When did John Morrison die? Why is John Morrison Johnny Drip Drip? Is Johnny Nitro John Morrison? What is the chant for Keith Lee? So, I'm gonna assume this is the one from Cultaholic.
Don't you forget about Keith. No, 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 no.
This did really well. This caught on like fire. They ended up on the big screen in NXT. Ended up getting a lot of views out of it, a lot of success. So I'm gonna try and replicate that success, right? Let's go and let's make another really good Keith Lee chant, all right? Let's go, Keith. Go, Keith. Keith. Why Keith Lee team change? Does Keith Lee like anime? What does the crowd chant for Keith Lee? All right, let's go. Let's go, Keith. Go, Keith. Keith. How old are Lee and Keith from Gogglebox? Not quite a wrestling-related question, but if you look up Keith Lee, it is Keith and Lee technically, so we'll include it. Why is Kofi Kingston chest like that? Why does Kofi Kingston throw pancakes? Is Eddie Kingston related to Kofi Kingston? Why is The Miz in a wheelchair? Does Daniel Bryan like The Miz? Does The Miz know martial arts? The Miz knows every martial art. I think that's why he's in a wheelchair, because he was just so tough that he kicked the shit out of everyone and now he's just a bit tired, so he's in a wheelchair. Is MVP a heart disease? No, MVP is a wrestler. Can MVP go away? What does Omos mean? What happened to Amos Head WWE? Why is Omos so tall? Who is Randy Orton movie? A lot of questions about why Randy Orton wasn't on Raw. Is Randy Orton white? Does Randy Orton have teeth? Is Ricochet related to Roman Reigns? What R-Truth table? Is R-Truth the boogeyman? Is R-Truth a Hall of Famer? What happened to Riddick Moss? Why is Sheamus so pale? Why is Sheamus so white? Is Sheamus an albino? Is Sheamus Irish? What gave you that impression? I think the previous 3 questions probably answer that question. As an Irish person myself, when I look at my own complexion, it's actually available on the Dulux catalogue, but it's cool white. For some reason, not regular white or nerdy white, cool white. Is Becky Lynch related to Sheamus? Is Sheamus a nice guy? How to spell Sheamus? And I know a lot of Americans, most of my audience is American, so you're probably laughing at that spelling. That's actually the right way to spell Sheamus. I have no idea what the fuck this is about. Is T-Bar Dominic Dijakovic? It is kind of a tough one to see, you know, with his face paint and all that. I feel like kids these days probably Google T-Bar unmasked the same way we Googled Rey Mysterio unmasked back in the day and just sat in shock as we saw that old clip from late WCW days. Is Alexa Bliss... Is Alexa Bliss a magician? Is Alexa Bliss Illuminati? Is Asuka a twin? Does Becky Lynch still wrestling? Does Becky Lynch believe in God? What is Becky Lynch Snapchat? What's Becky Lynch's real name? What's Becky Lynch's phone number? Does Becky Lynch like Seth Rollins?
Seth is doing interviews where he refers to Becky Lynch as his wife, signifying that they are indeed married.
Does Charlotte Flair hate her dad? What does Dewdrop mean? Is Rhea Ripley a Christian? I would say yes. She kind of has that stereotypical Christian look, and I can just imagine her like bombing it down the road in her car, blaring Creed out the fucking speakers and all the other Christian rock bands. I'm gonna say yeah. Is Shayna Baszler related to Bayley? Is Shayna Baszler related to The Undertaker? Is Shayna Baszler nice? Is Cesaro Italian? Is Cesaro related to Jason Statham? Why does Cesaro have fangs? What does Cesaro mean? Are the Usos really brothers? No, I think they're just pretending for the sake of a good story. They don't really look alike. Why did the Usos say Us? What is Big E Antibody? It's basically his new ring name. I think it sounds pretty cool. What did Dolph Ziggler say to Goldberg? This reads like the start of a really bad joke. Like, what did Dolph Ziggler say to Goldberg to get to the other side? Absolute comedy gold in this channel. Honestly, you're spoiled. Please subscribe. What does Rey Mysterio 619 mean? No, I have no idea. Is Robert Roode Rick Rude's son? Is Sami Zayn Syrian? Is Sami Zayn Irish? Or is he the third nationality vegan? Does Bianca Belair have long hair? Yeah. This video wasn't educational at all.